Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Chris Irving with Kratom Kingdom, with Kratom dripping down the side of my face as usual. Um, anyway, today I want to talk to you about a very serious subject. Several years ago, after my stroke, they put me on obscene amounts of opiates. They were giving me 145 hydrocodones a day, and to deal with the pain of the spasticity of my arm and leg. And it was obscene. It was crazy. I had so many I didn't even want to take them anymore because I had such a tolerance built up to them. And then they just took them away. And I didn't know what to do. I was going through withdrawal. It was horrible. And then I found Kratom. Kratom was the perfect medicine to get me off of opiates because it binds to the same receptors in your brain, so it tricks your brain into thinking you're on opiates when you're really not, which makes it really easy to wean off of it. It's so much better than those pills that people take. I forgot the name of them, the big green capsules, to get off of opiates. And I know people that have gotten off of heroin by using Kratom. And if I could have just gotten my rehab that I went to serve Kratom, it would have been a hell of a lot easier than just doing it cold turkey. The first thing it does is it takes away the chills and the shakes and the fevers, and it takes away the mind spinning. You know, I gotta have more, I gotta have more, I gotta have more. And it calms you down. And I swear by Kratom. Without it, I would still be an addict. Without it, I would still be popping pills, trying to get them on the streets. And today I can say I am completely narcotics free. I don't even think about them anymore. I think about Kratom all the time, but that's a hell of a lot more healthy for you than a narcotic. It doesn't slow your heart. Kratom doesn't slow your heart down so much that it just stops beating like narcotics do. Kratom just calms you down and it makes you feel better. And it's a hell of a lot easier to titrate off of Kratom than it is to titrate off of hardcore narcotics, because you can take half a cup a day and then a quarter of a cup a day and then just keep going down, and it's not like a big shock to your system. It's actually a pleasant shock to your system because you're finding that you don't need that pill anymore. So to anyone out there fighting the demons of opiate withdrawal, I implore you to try Kratom. You can get it online anywhere. I mean, just do a Google search for Kratom vendors and you'll get 100 of them. I get my Kratom completely from Indonesia, from an Indonesian farmer there, because he gives me the freshest, most organic Kratom I can get. It's totally organic. He doesn't use any pesticides, no poisons on his Kratom at all. It's just a straight up off the tree. He picks them off the tree, lays them all out in the sun, dries them naturally, and then processes them into a powder. And I recently asked him today, I'm like, how do you take Kratom? Because you're in Indonesia. How do you take it? You know, you get it right from the source. Which they generally will just take a leaf off a tree, fold it up, and put it in their mouth and chew on it. And it makes their mouth go a little numb, and then it lets the effect come in. But he said that he takes it just like I do. He makes a tea out of it. And because you get the most bang for your buck. And I've become such good friends with him because we both have such a major thing in common. You know, we're both Kratomites. And I have never been on a drug that makes me feel as calm. I mean, I was able to wake up at 3:30 in the morning. I wake up at 3:30 in the morning because I want to drink my Kratom and I want to start my day off. I mean, I never want to start my day. I want to sleep all day, generally, but not with Kratom. With Kratom, I like life. Life is actually good to me now. I wake up, I clean my apartment, I visit with my neighbors, my neighbors that are still alive, because I live in a building where you have to be either 65 to live here or you have to be dregs poor. I'm poor. I'm very poor. I live off of disability alone because I can't work anymore from my stroke. And I know there's a lot of people that are against that and think that I'm just being a wimp, but it's very real. I suffer from fibromyalgia, I suffer from bipolar disorder, I suffer from chronic clinical depression, generalized anxiety disorder, and Kratom pretty much helps with all that. I was able to work for an additional 5 years because of Kratom, but I had to wake up really early in the morning to drink it before work. But then my memory problems took over, and as a teacher, if you don't have a memory, you don't have anything. You're a terrible teacher. And I was actually hurting my kids by being their teacher. So I decided to go back to college and get a master's degree in education so that maybe instead of being a teacher, I could be an administrator and not have that daily trying to remember every student's name, trying to remember when the War of 1812 was, I mean, which is ridiculous because it was 1812, when certain things happened. I wasn't a history teacher, I was a computer teacher. And I was a really good computer teacher because I was fun. I mean, I wanted to make school fun, and I was fun, and I was a really good teacher. But this video isn't about me as a teacher, it's about me losing my teaching job because I couldn't handle the paperwork, I couldn't handle the homework assignments, I just didn't have the energy, and I was in chronic pain. But with the Kratom, I was able to stick it out for 5 more years, and which helped me get my disability payments up to a normal amount. And you're always seeing me drink a sip of this tea because it slows my mind down and it makes me remember why I love Kratom so much. After I finish the video, I immediately start editing it, and I'm a terrible editor because as you can see, it's just pretty much a straight through video of me talking, and I'm trying to get better at it, but I lost my program. When my computer crashed, I lost my video editing software, which was a real bummer because now I've got to use 2 to do the same thing, and it's a lot more difficult. But anyway, I just wanted to touch base with you all and let you know that there is hope after opiate withdrawal. You can, I'm sure in the comments I'm going to hear story after story of somebody getting off of opiates by using Kratom. Well, I hope so anyway, because it's definitely a godsend. So with all that being said, I hope you're all having an amazing day. Peace out, everybody. I love you all.